Part 2: How Fathers Are Failing Their Kids. Welcome, and thank you for joining us here at the Codex Creed. A place where we designed for mature Christians can come and be watered. Today, we are reviewing Part 2 in our study of Father's Day. How fathers are failing their kids. The untold truths that many pastors have overlooked. Let us begin. There is much more to being a father than most people know. It's more than providing for or spending time with your children. It will be shocking to know nearly 90% of men who are fathers are utterly failing as a father. This includes the men who live under the same roof as their kids, and those who don't. In a world where men have overlooked the importance of their biblical duties, here are the top 6 reasons how fathers are failing their kids. Number 1, fathers are failing to give their sons direction. It is the duty of the father to give his sons directions and areas pertaining to life. This direction can come from the father only. Directions on what type of friends to have. Directions on what type of women to date and marry. Directions on countless amount of relative topics. Proverbs chapter 1. The failure to give our sons direction rests solely on the shoulders of fathers. And it causes our sons to make choices that lead them down the wrong path in life. Number 2, fathers are failing to teach their kids understanding. It is the duty of the mother to give knowledge to the kids. And it is the duty of the father to give his kids an understanding of the knowledge they received. And it is the duty of the kids to apply that understanding to the knowledge they received and walk wisely. Most mothers delegate their duties to schools. But the father cannot delegate his duties to another. Proverbs 4 verses 1 to 9. The failure to give our kids understanding denies them ever obtaining true wisdom. Number 3, fathers are failing to teach their sons discretion. It is the duty of the father to teach his son discretion. How to behave and speak in such a way as to avoid causing offense. And how to properly decide what should be done in any given situation from a logical point of view. And not to allow his emotions and feelings to control him. Mothers cannot do this. Proverbs 6 chapter. The failure to teach our sons discretion to testify on the news every day about such a failure. Number 4, the fathers are failing to provide an inheritance for their kids. It is the duty of the father to provide an inheritance to his kids. The passing of the torch. The blessing from God through the father. The father's approval of leadership and legacy. The instructions and guidelines to follow. The transfer of material things and wealth is included. And it can only come from a father. An inheritance is between the father and his kids. Proverbs chapter 13:22. The failure to provide an inheritance for our kids creates a generation curse and a lost nation. Number 5, the fathers are failing to offer correction to their kids. It is the duty of the father to correct his kids, without any hindrance from the mother. Proverbs 3 verse 12, for whom the Lord loveth he correcteth, even as a father the son in whom he delighteth. Fathers under the roof with their kids and not experience the same obstacle when they seek to correct their children. The mothers. This obstacle is the father's doing. Laws made to deny fathers their rights have dominated the law books for the last 50 years. The failure to offer correction to their kids only adds to the degeneration of society. Number 6, the fathers are failing to provide glory to their kids. It is the duty of the father to be that glory their kids so desperately need. Proverbs 17 verse 6, children's children are the crown of all men, and the glory of children are their fathers. Fathers validate their kids and complete them. Their sons will not seek validation from gangs, the organizations, or the world. And their daughters won't seek attention and validation on the web, social media, or others. For their glory rests in their father. The failure of the father to provide glory to his kids destroys not only his kids but the generations to come. These are the top 6 reasons how fathers are failing their kids. We hope these amazing truths have enriched your lives and help prepare you for our Lord's return. We would love it if you would share, like, or subscribe to our channel, where we post weekly principles believers may grow by. If you are blessed by the content in this video, please leave a comment below. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day.